Tales from the wild. Stories from the heart. A journey into the mind and soul of fired-up business professionals where they share their vision for the future. And hear from a different non-profit organization every month as they create awareness of their goals and their needs. Dive into a world of untamed passion as we join our host, Shireen for this month's episode of Friends from Wild Places.
Yeah, well, let me ask you though, Allison. So we have like a lot of our listeners are maybe some of them that have described like on the brink of like becoming a solopreneur, like wanting to take that leap, but have resistance with financial abundance. So do you have any words of wisdom to say maybe it's fear for some folks taking the leap into doing something different, and or how does one navigate? I hear like, maybe leaning back as far as lifestyle and things like that, but how does one balance starting something new with maybe limited resources, or would you suggest saving first and then taking the leap? Like what's the best, because sometimes people don't do what they want to do because of logistics, AKA finances.
Good question.
Absolutely. I would, as someone who's tapping into retirement savings, I completely understand that. I think it's a balancing act. I think if you look at a lot of the communities that I'm in, it's people straddling both, which is a lot, especially if you're a parent or you're juggling many things, right? And I don't advise like quit cold turkey and run off unless you really have that will. But I think there's a way you can straddle and, instead of Netflixing at night or scrolling, that you are learning and trying to build, right? Build something that, you could do something boring that, I see all these clips around, start a car wash service or, bookkeeping or this or that. But like for me, I think just personally, I think it has to be something for me that I really love. But I think there's a way that you can keep some security, right? That you're educating, that maybe you're getting up a half an hour early and you're putting a few hours in at night. And I think there's enough communities, coaches, and programs, right? And if you don't have the resources to invest in that, I do think there's so much content on the internet, on YouTube, Instagram, all the platforms, right? That you can get these skills, right? If we just take AI, every day on LinkedIn, there's a lot of courses that some of the leading companies are offering for free, right? I was just hearing that someone could get certification in AI and be paid, right, as a full-time job to learn, right? So these are options, I think, regardless of your age. Some have age restrictions. But I don't think we've ever lived in a world that you have more access to information if you choose to pursue a path.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Allison. That's such great answers you're giving today and so inspiring. Talking about inspiring, let's talk about the nonprofit we want to support for the month. Because again, you've heard me talk about this before. It's so important to pay back. It's so important to give back. Life's not always about getting. In fact, life is more about giving than it is getting. And we hear about it. We hear these kinds of things in BNI, and, us BNIers, we know the whole giver's gain. But it's more than that. It's in the little things in life where if you're stressed, if you're going through a really dark time, do yourself a favor, go and find a nonprofit, an organization in your community, go volunteer, tell you something, go help someone. I promise you, it'll take your mind off yourself. Mind off yourself and do something that matters. I promise you, you'll feel a whole lot better. I'm not saying it's going to take you out of that dark spot. I'm not saying it's going to perform miracles and take away all the problems that you currently have in your life. What I'm saying is, it'll take the focus off yourself for a while on somebody else that really, really just needs your time and your attention. So do that. Go volunteer at an organization in your community. go donate, do something. And that said, this month's organization that we want to support is called Mallory Gaston Foundation. That's it, Mallory Gaston Foundation. This is located in Sausalito in the Bay Area, California. We will have all the links in the show notes for you listeners to go and check out and to go learn more about. But we're going to hear from Allison now. Allison, just mention to us and the listeners, what is Mallory Gaston Foundation all about? What do they do for the community, and how can we help them?
Thank you. So I love what you shared about, the quickest way for us to get out of our own way is to really just look around and be in service. And so I think we see that in BNI. But I've been missing something since I left Toronto, where I was a teacher and working so closely with youth. And I've found pockets of that in New York and Chicago. But I stumbled upon a couple of leaders at a farmer's market in Sausalito on a Sunday. They had a tent, Mallory Gaston Foundation, and they basically have a local gym. They have a few of them. Mallory has run 20 plus gyms, with his partner. They created this gym, and the whole idea is building community around health and fitness. The idea, if you become a member, well, the cool thing about this gym, you're staring at the water. There's an outside lab. So if the three of us want to box on a hillside looking at the boats, we could open up the container and we could pull out boxing gloves. We could pull out kettlebells. We could be doing rowing, right? And I could have North right by my side. So it's a 24/7 gym in Sausalito. They are looking to expand. They have a whole container that allows you to train outdoors. They do yoga on the deck outside. They have a couple of professionals that literally it's like a boxing gym. And I surprisingly fell in love with this boxing a couple weeks ago. And now I have boxing gloves to stay strong, Tanya, just like, with the Pilates and other things. What I love about this community, all ages, 24/7, right? So if you're in a dark place at 9 p.m. and you don't want to watch a rerun of Dexter, get your butt in the gym, turn on the lights, put on your favorite music. Dogs are welcome. People of all ages. With North, I'm biased that if I go to a gym, it's hard. I leave North at home. So North is welcome there. He's not always best behaved, so that may mean it's a short gym visit. But this community, they keep the membership at a very low rate. And with your membership, you are paying into supporting a young adult or youth get the certification so that they can become a fitness instructor. This is game changing for a student that maybe they're looking at minimum wage, which in California is higher than other places, but it will allow them a different path, again, instilling those habits of health and well-being from an early age. And so your membership, you're opening up these doors to this inclusive community. We're doing this whole strength building in July, watching World Cup out on the lawn. We had a movie viewing of a piece around one of the first female boxers that, won at the world stage. I love the community. It's not about profit. It's their mission. And it's just been something nagging at me for years, and I knew it was a fit. And so I just started showing up. I tried to help them in terms of some of their technology choices. I want to be teaching there, but it's just a feel good. It feels unlike any other gym I've been in. And to know that your membership dollars could be changing the lives of adults and youth in terms of putting them on a path as a wellness professional, that lights me up. And I can't speak more highly. Mallory and Alana, who kind of are at the helm, they're at this tirelessly around the clock, training and setting an example for the community. And I just feel incredibly blessed that I found this group and want to be a huge contribution and would love people to. Any kind of support would be game changing. It means another student, another adult could find a whole new career path that, could be life changing for them.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe we need them to expand into Miami and to
That's
set
right.
up.
Yeah, Florida. I got a Florida over here. So
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Allison. Yeah, you heard it, listeners. Go and check it out. We have the links in the show notes. See if you're in the area. Go check, see what you can do for them. But if you're not,
Yeah.
there is a place to donate. There is a place
For
where you
business.
can support. With that said, we're going to get into a little bit of a light-hearted section of the podcast. We're going to play a game. We're going to play a game called Two Truths and a Lie. And I know Allison's played this with me. Tanya's played this with me. This is a great way just to get to know each other a little bit better. So, shall we begin? Who wants to go first?
let's see. I gotta hold. Give me a second here. Let's two truths and a lie. Okay. Let's see. Two truths.
All right, should I go first?
You should go first. You should go first. Yes,
Okay.
you should go first, Shireen.
First statement out of the three is I have never broken a bone. Second statement is I have almost stepped on a over 3 meter long python. Third statement, I was very athletic in school, which is the lie.
Can you repeat it once more?
Yes, of course. So my three statements were I have never broken a bone. I have almost stepped on a python over 3 meters long. And I was very athletic in school.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Tanya?
Yes. So I'm gonna omit the Python and let's go with the athletic one.
Are you saying that's the lie, Tanya?
Yeah, that's the lie.
Okay, Allison, what do you think is the lie?
Torn between the athletic and your first statement around broken the bone. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up and say the broken bone.
Yes, the lie is I have never broken a bone. Of course I've broken bones. I'm a little bit of I've been quite athletic in school. I've almost stepped on an over 3 meter long python when I was in the bush. I've broken my nose multiple times. I've had to have a nose job because of it. I've broken my toes. So
Wow. I learned so much about Shireen when we play this game.
all right, who's next?
You want to go, Allison, or do you want me to go? What's your preference?
I want you to go.
You want me to go? Okay. So let's begin. I danced from the age of 2 to 22 years old. I love to do headstands. I love to do handstands. I'll repeat it. I danced from 2 to 22 years of age. I love to do headstands. I love to do handstands.
Okay, I think I know the lie. I believe you do not love to do headstands because that's really hard and it's uncomfortable. So that's my one.
Okay,
I'm
how
gonna-
about you, Allison?
I think it's the headstands because you haven't really been deep in yoga. So I'm going to go with headstands. Yes.
Okay. So actually, I love to do headstands, but I cannot get myself into a handstand on myself by myself yet. So yeah, headstands I can do 2 seconds. Yeah, upside down, up, no problem. But handstands still a struggle. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. Oh my gosh.
All right. How about you, Allison? How about you? Let's hear. I want to hear. Let's dive deeper into your world.
Okay. Okay. I am one of those dark-haired Irish women based on my mom's ancestry as a Fitzpatrick, born in Gaspé, Quebec. 2, A key reason for my move to San Francisco was my desire to surf locally. 3, I ran as a member of the Charity Water team for the Hood to Coast relay race in Oregon and spoke with the CEO, Scott Harrison, for support during our 24-hour leg.
I'm just going to go with the surfing. I haven't heard you mention surfing at all, so I'm just going to go with that one being the lie.
I think number 2 is the lie.
You guys are on it. So silently, I have this love and desire to surf, but I have not surfed, probably because of my fractured wrist accident trail. And so I'm jealous. I'm around surfers. I see them at the ocean, but that is one scary thing that I haven't done. So you guys are on it.
Wow. All right. All right. Well, maybe there's a way to gently ease into that sport, right?
I just throw North in the water to body surf for me. If I could go back and be like a teen again, I would be in surf camp. But
Wow.
I haven't.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. So I have one follow-up question regarding North. So I see the name of your company is North Star Sanctuary, correct? Did
That's
North
what I'm launching. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, your four-legged baby here, is he named after the North Star, or you have an affinity for the word North, or is the company named after the dog, or like how do we fit North Star and North all in the same family?
Very good question. So one, he's white or very white. He's got some cream, but he's a beast. I say he should play in the NHL, as Shireen knows. The Toronto Raptor NBA team, their slogan is "We the North." He reminds me of the snow that I'm not missing. So I called him North. Also, it's a cool name. It's not to do with Kanye West's child or anything like that. And just like my yoga mat, he's kind of been my compass. The lessons I've learned in the last 5 years being his mama have been life-changing. So it's kind of all of those.
Isn't it?
How
But I
beautiful.
didn't know that he was going to get another nickname of Northy or Norty, as Shireen said one of her days around. Yeah.
Yes,
can't help
and I am familiar. My daughter, her husband's parents actually have a golden cream.
Oh,
Okay.
they're beautiful dogs.
Yes,
Beautiful
yes,
dogs.
its name is Cannoli. Say it again.
Oh.
Cannoli, and they have a golden
Yeah.
retriever that's named Latte, so they have Cannoli and Latte.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
so cute.
Wow.
All right,
That's a
listeners.
family that eats well, I believe. It
Yes,
sounds
yes, all Italian. Yes, all Italian.
Okay, listeners, we're sorry to do this. This is the end. We're so excited that you could be here for us and with us and join us. And so I know the listeners many times want to reach out if they get inspired by us or one of us and would really like to ask a few further questions that they might have. Is there a place that they can reach you and where? Allison, go ahead.
Yes, so my website is in construction, but hello@northstarsanctuary.net. You can put that in the notes, and you can also find me on LinkedIn, and hope to have the website up and running soon. If you're in Northern California, you can come see me at Meta Yoga. And if there's any women that are in Northern California or visiting and want a day in the Redwoods, July 11th, we've got a couple spots left. Wish the two of you could be joining, but I'm just an advocate for everyone finding the mat, being out in nature, and resetting the nervous system. Using that breath. Tanya, you've motivated me around the meditation practice, all of these pieces.
Awesome, awesome,
What about
beautiful.
yourself, Tanya?
All right, so if anybody is interested in maybe a career change in funeral service, if any of our listeners considered being a funeral director, embalmer, aka mortician, as a lot of our lay people like to say, you can contact me through Miami-Dade College. I am the program coordinator. We currently have over 100 students studying this degree. Yes, it is a degree. It's an associate degree of science. I also serve quite regularly as an expert witness for funeral home and cemetery litigation cases. And my blessed work with BNI is I match people with assisted living communities who can no longer live alone. My area specifically is the Alzheimer's dementia population. So that is specifically Florida based. So if anyone knows anyone that has a loved one with dementia and is trying to understand or navigate the quote unquote system as far as keeping somebody at home versus a nursing home, what's the option? Definitely would love and welcome that conversation. We are a free placement agency. There is no charge to use us. We get paid by the community if we make a match. So, and LinkedIn is my hub. Many of our listeners know I don't have a TV, so I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. And sometimes I think my administration wonders if I actually work because I'm so frequently on LinkedIn. So that's about all from me. And how about you, Shireen?
Oh, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Allison. So yes, you can find Shireen's bookkeeping services on all socials from LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Shireen Buerta, if you want to see and follow me on my adventures, you can do that too. More importantly, Friends from Wild Places, you can see us on find us on all the live streaming platforms. Just search Friends from Wild Places. We do have a website, friendsfromwildplaces.buzzsprout.com. That's friendsfromwildplaces.buzzsprout.com. Please leave a review. Let us know what you think. Go and check out our other content. It's really great and interesting. Subscribe if you want to. And remember, thank you so much for joining us. And remember, you got this. And stay wild. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Friends from Wild Places with Shireen Buerta. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast from the links to catch every episode and unleash your passion.